It's one of those delicious, creamy condiments, but of course not suitable for everyone, particularly if you're avoiding egg, soy, or dairy. Of course, we're talking about mayonnaise. So we've dedicated a whole episode to showing you 4 different ways you can create this delicious condiment. It's the mayonnaise episode. Anne's got an excellent dairy-free mayonnaise recipe.
Commercial mayonnaises contain egg, oil and vinegar, but a lot of them also contain dairy. So if you're dairy intolerant like I am, you do need to check your labels carefully. There are a lot of vegan options available, but again, you need to check in case they have soy in them. So if soy is an intolerance for you, then definitely read those labels. But today I'm going to show you how to make a lovely creamy egg mayonnaise at home. Today we're going to be using some oil, some safflower oil, an egg yolk, a little bit of mustard and some verjuice. Now I'm using verjuice instead of lemon juice or vinegar because in my household we can't tolerate lemon juice, so definitely verjuice for us. Okay, so now I'm just going to add my 1 egg yolk, my mustard. I'm going to add a little bit of verjuice. Now 15 mils is what we're going to be needing all up, but I'm going to add 5 mils now because I found it just really helps combine everything together. Okay, now we're just going to whisk that together. Now the secret with making mayonnaise is that you do need to keep whisking all the time. So I'm just whisking my egg yolk, the mustard and that little bit of verjuice together to get everything combined before I add the oil. Okay, now I'm going to start adding the oil, and literally at the beginning you need to do drop by drop. So I've just put a little bit into my teaspoon so that I can add it slowly, because that's really going to help everything to combine together and get those flavours mixing nicely. Remember to just keep whisking the whole time, because otherwise it hates you. Look at that creamy texture. That is brilliant. Now we have our homemade mayonnaise. Now I know exactly what I'm going to put this onto. Keep watching our further episodes to find out.
Next up it's Lisa. She's going to make you a dairy, soy and egg-free mayonnaise. This one's going to be good. I've heard the secret is a little chia. Yay! Oh, chia.
Here we go. What's the secret of a egg-free mayonnaise? Today I'm going to be using white chia. So it's a little seed like that. Alright, so I'm going to pop this into the coffee grinder. We don't actually use our coffee grinder for grinding coffee anymore. If you don't have a coffee grinder, you could use a herb grinder or even a mortar and pestle. Okay, so the trick is we want to grind it on fine. Chia are a great source of omega-3s, which are your good fats. And they're also a good source of protein. You're getting about 3 grams of protein per tablespoon of these chia seeds. So basically if you grind for too long, it'll get really thick and pasty and it'll be really hard to clean it out of the grinder. So you just want to get it nice and fine so that it looks like this. So now that we've got the chia ground, I need to soak it. I'm going to use milk because it's going to make it creamier. This is rice milk. If you want to make your own, we've got a whole heap of recipes in the milk episode, so make sure you have a look at that. You could use water. Now it's a good idea once you've added the milk to your chia seed just to stir it up a little bit, because it's going to start to set and it's going to get quite thick. If you don't stir it up a little bit, you're going to get some hard lumps at the bottom. We've left that a few minutes to set. It can take up to 15 minutes depending on what your ratio of seed to fluid is. I've got quite a lot of seed there for the amount of liquid that I've added. And so now we're ready to start adding the other ingredients. So first up I'm going to add apple cider vinegar, Dijon mustard, coconut syrup. Okay, so I'm getting ready now to blend the oil in to give the mayonnaise a bit more of a creamy texture. So I'm just going to add it bit by bit and blend. I'm using safflower oil here today because safflower doesn't have a very strong flavour. However, if it suited your diet and you wanted to, you could actually get away with using walnut oil. Walnuts are pretty good nut oil because it's actually got a very good omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. This is a very forgiving mayonnaise recipe. I like it because it makes quite a thick mayonnaise and it still gives you that creamy taste, but I've added about a quarter of the oil that I've seen some recipes have in them. It doesn't actually matter which chia seed you use to make the mayonnaise. As you can see here, I've got the black and the white one, and these are the mayonnaises that I've actually made using both. The final colour isn't actually that different, so you can really get away with whichever one you have. It's nice and creamy. You can always add extra vinegar if you like a bit more of a tangy taste, but I think that's just fine to go now.
It's not easy being green, but Hayley's got some ideas.
Who doesn't love the creamy rich texture of avocados? Well, today you're in for a treat because I've come up with the ultimate mayonnaise substitute using 2 avocados, smallish to medium. I'm just going to be blending everything up. I love avocados. They're packed full of good fats, vitamin E, so good for the skin. I'm going to add some coconut nectar, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, Himalayan salt. Now I'm just going to blend it all up until it's creamy. Look at that beautiful colour. And there it is, a beautiful mayonnaise ready to be used in salad dressings or sandwich fillers, and we've also got a few surprises coming up.
Hey man, you're gonna love Glenys's mayonnaise recipe. It's very peaceful. She uses hemp seeds and it's egg and oil free. How good is that?
Now we're going to make a mayonnaise without any egg or oil. And with this mayonnaise, we're going to get around using the oil by using hemp seeds. In this bowl, I have half a cup of hemp seeds, which have been moistened with 50 ml of water. This is what they look like when you get them in the packet dry.
Glenys, aren't we going to get high?
No, a lot of people have asked me that question. In fact, no, you're not. The variant that they use of the hemp seed is very, very low in active ingredient. I'm first of all going to put the hemp seeds into my blender. Then I'm going to blend them until they are fairly smooth. And as you can see, this has cracked open the seeds and it's released its natural oils. And simply, we're going to add in all the other ingredients and blend it again to make our mayonnaise. So I've got the zest of half a lemon, the juice of half a lemon, some coconut sugar, half a teaspoon of mustard. I've used Dijon mustard, you could use powdered mustard, and some apple cider vinegar. Just going to get all the hemp seeds into the liquid, and it's as simple as blending it in high speed to get a smooth consistency. I've made this a little bit runnier today because later I'm going to use it as a dressing, but if you would like it thicker for a spread, then you might like to use a little bit less vinegar in your mix. And this is how you make a delicious, no egg, no oil mayonnaise.
So there you have it, 4 different mayonnaise recipes. Who would have thought you could make mayo without egg and even without oil? Now it's time for you to give it a go. Let us know what you think. And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest, head on over to the website, fill out your details and receive our newsletter. We'll see you next time on Alternative Chef.
So then, look, I got the mustard out. Add in. It says I'm just going to add in another 10 meals.
The coffee grinder.
You're right.
Eyelash. And using avocados in it. No.
Okay, no, we'll do the
Great, it is great. It's a great source of, no, it's not, it's a great, it is a great, linseed oil is
flax.
just a strip your insides, you'll be clean as a whistle. Flaxseed oil is a great plant-based source of your good fats, and it comes in 2 different colours.
Hey man, you're just gonna love. I'm too relaxed. Okay.